reason. And my reason is to serve. And so to me, that was a part of serving. But the other part of it, I felt that I had the same right as they did. And as my dad said, you know, in the speech that he did, the press release after when I was leaving, you know, I'm an American citizen just like anyone else. My parents paid taxes just like anybody else. So I deserve the right to have the same education. Not only that, you know, it had to be, you know, we had to do something because that was 3 years after the Supreme Court had passed and nothing had been done. And so if you look at that and think in terms of it, that somebody had to do it. And my dad always said Doc was the right one to do it because he applied for all 3 of his children. But I was the one, and he said Doc was the right one to be able to do it. He said he knew Wilson couldn't do it. That was my brother who was a senior in high school. And then my younger brother, Howard, would have gone to what is now Bronze, that was Seaversville. But they only picked me. And he said Doc was the right one to do it. If anybody could do it, Doc could do it.
Wait, hold it. As time passed on, you ended up having a lot of the same students that did the things to you going through that, started befriending you. Tell us some of that story.
What do you mean, same student?
Well, when you were going through the situation at Irwin, you had people that spat on you and all that.
Right, yeah.
And some of them started coming up and apologizing
right.
for.
Okay. When we had the 50th anniversary, the late Crump, he did a documentary, and it's called 9457. And what happened was, there was a young man who's in that picture, and his name is Woody Cooper. He was a senior at Harding at the time. And he saw the picture that was taken, and I think the picture that was taken, the Post took a picture of me with him after he and I met, as a matter of fact. But he contacted the Observer, and he also contacted the TV station, I can't remember which one, and he said, I'd like to get in touch with Dorothy Counts. And they contacted me and said, you know, can we give him the information? I said, give him my email address. So he emailed me, and he just said that he wanted to ask for my forgiveness. I had to sleep on it. And the reason for that, because this is 50 years later.
That's right.
And I had not heard from anyone doing that job. And so the next morning I got up and I said, you know, I know that what I had been taught. So I responded back to him and I said that I forgave you 50 years ago. And so what we need to do is we need to get together and make sure that what happened to me didn't happen to another child. Because that's what I decided at 15, whatever I did in life, I was going to make sure that it didn't happen to another child. So he and I got together. We went to schools, churches, as a pair. And we talked about that experience, but not only that, we talked about the forgiveness between the two of us. And so in Freedom Park, there is a bench, and it's called the Forgiving Bench. And he and I dedicated that bench. So that's the one person that has gotten in touch with me.
Only one?
That was the only one who contacted, no, I'm gonna take that back. The young lady that I met at Hardy, about 20 years later, I got a letter forwarded to me that she had sent to the Observer. And she, in the letter, she was saying, I want to tell you why I dropped my head. And she went on to say that she had been threatened. Her parents told her, to stay away from me. And I knew that. I knew that was the reason. And so she said, I just want to explain to you. So we corresponded for a short period of time, but after that, we just, we lost contact. So there were two. It's ironic that I'm here today. Today, I go and open my mail. And this was sent to me today. It says, hello, my name is Linda Davis. Although we haven't met officially, I know who you are. I graduated from Harding High School in 1960. She would have been in my class. Yeah. And during your brief time as a student there, you were in my first period class. I understand that this might not be a pleasant memory for you, but it is our connection. I have wanted to speak with you for some time, but have been unable to arrange it, so I'm writing to you instead. I want to personally apologize for the treatment you received during your time at Harding. While I did not personally harm you, I also did nothing to help you. And for that, I ask for your forgiveness. Over the years, I hope I have grown not only wiser, but also braver. If a similar situation were to arise today, I would handle it very differently. I acknowledge that I had racist tendencies, and for that, I apologize. I am not overtly racist, but I recognize that racism exists deep within me. I am not proud of this, but I am aware of it. I have been working and continue to work on improving myself and unlearning old prejudices. It is a difficult process, but I strive every day to grow. I hope you will accept this note in the spirit it is intended. Once again, I am deeply sorry for the way you were treated by others and for my inaction. Sincerely, Linda Davis. Now, that takes a lot for someone to do that. And not only that, if she was to graduate with me and in my class, she's the same age as I am.
That's right.
So she's 82 years old. So if somebody can come forward at this point in her life and apologize, and I will respond to her, because I think it's very important. But what I say, I travel all over Mecklenburg County, and I tell people that I have been to every single independent school in Charlotte. Latin, Providence Day, Charlotte Christian, Northside, all of them. And I go and talk to the students, as well as the Charlotte Mecklenburg schools too. But I go and talk to students about my experience, and my hope is when I leave, if it's just one child, get something from that. And so that's what I do. All of this has made me be the person that I am, Herb and Gerald, because we can't, in this world, we cannot go around in terms of hating each other. We need to work together and bring unity, and especially now in 2025 as we go forward.
It just goes to show you that it's never too late to do the right thing.
Okay.